Valerio Murley has a question, I think. Does base saturation has some similar to, or is it similar to sodium absorption ratio? Also, sodium absorption ratio is just a ratio and does not say how many sodiums in a solution. Yeah, so sodium absorption ratio, you may have heard me say, you may have heard me mention with saturated paste, even with base saturation, they don't work. But with saturated paste, pH and salinity are valuable for when saturated paste, and there is some sodium-related content that can be pulled out of there. And the same thing goes for, I wouldn't call it base cation saturation, but I would say the saturation of the exchange site, I guess that's what you'd call it, with sodium is useful when categorizing a soil as sodic or not sodic. So if you're going if you're looking at a problem or an issue and you're trying to diagnose it, and you're asking yourself, well, do I actually have a sodium problem? And you do a soil test and you see your sodium is at X% level. Let's say you have a very high level of sodium. You could use the sodium absorption ratio to help diagnose that soil as indeed being sodic. I want to say it's above 12%. Maybe it's above 15%. I haven't looked at those in a while. I'm not a sodic soil specialist. But yes, that is a valid, useful metric, but it's used simply to diagnose the soil as being sodic.